It's really early in the morning. I'm in a hotel room in Telford, so that can mean only one thing. So yeah, so it's really early here in Telford at the moment. Just waiting for the guys from the Mark II Owners Club to turn up. So we're on the club stand. We're meeting at 7:30 here in the hotel car park. Got to make sure I'm ready. Car's packed. So let's get going. So we haven't got far. This is the roundabout outside the hotel. Now, queuing for Ultimate Dubs normally isn't this bad, but it looks like there's been a bit of an incident just as you go inside the main gate. So we're just sat here waiting for the fire brigade to sort it out. From some of the pictures I've been sent already, it looks like there is a Polo that has caught fire just inside the main gate. So that's just shut everything down. As you saw, the fire brigade just went past. So hopefully we should, fingers crossed, be getting in soon.
Later.
Yeah, we're still not going anywhere.
20 minutes later.
And we're still waiting. I'm still sat behind this Polo.
2,000 years later.
So we can't even be mad because it could have happened to any of us. I mean, my Jetta has just come out of storage. Hasn't been on the road since November. Just put it in for an MOT. Had a quick look over and driven up here to Ultimate Dubs. And to be fair, I think that's the same for quite a lot of us. So after Alexander's brief run-in with the police, we made it. There's all 6 of us here on the Mark II Owners Club stand. And do you know what? It's a great turnout. Lots of very different Golfs this year from the club. So to start with, having a look here, we've got this 1.6 diesel van. You wouldn't know it was a diesel to look at. I mean, you think dirty old diesel, but this thing is immaculate. Really clean, freshly repainted. And of course, it's got a full leather interior and these beautiful B-Star RA wheels. So this is the earlier set, so they look slightly different to the ones on my Jetta. Speaking of my Jetta, obviously it's here, it's all shiny, it's looking nice. To be fair, these are the only shots I managed to take of my Jetta all day, so didn't take any pictures. So if you've got any, make sure you tag us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, I'd love to see pictures you guys have taken of my car out there. And then next to me was Josh's super clean GTI. Didn't really get a chance to have a good look around this, so hopefully I'll see it at some more shows in the summer. Then next to Josh was this freshly rebuilt Mark II. So this was a bit of a lockdown project and it's absolutely beautiful. Again, freshly repainted. This seems to be a theme. And that number plate, I mean, I just had to ask to have a look under the bonnet. And do you know what? It did not disappoint. It looks good underneath in the engine bay as the rest of the car. So much attention to detail. Obviously, not only the red silicone hoses, but crackle paint, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, as far as an engine goes, obviously. But loads of work. Had the interior done as well with a sort of Mark VI tartan styling. Now, as we look at the front of the stand, we've got this Golf Country. Again, you don't see many of these. So again, it's a factory car. It's left-hand drive. We never got them here in the UK. And this is just really super clean. So absolute credit to its owner. Again, it wouldn't be Ultimate Dubs if there weren't people out in the car park trying to get their rods to pop out through the top of their bonnets to say hello, or revving the nuts off their little 1.3 Polo. But do you know what? That's probably the only downside to this show. Everything else here is just absolutely fantastic. And again, after his quick run-in with the police, I didn't really get a chance to have a look around this car as much as I'd like to have. So hopefully, again, I'll get the chance to see this as the year goes on at another show. And so let's take a look inside. I mean, this is where the show cars are. And do you know what? This year was not a disappointment. Now, due to it being so busy this year and the amount of copyright music playing in the background, I'm having to voice this over after the show. So you're in for a treat. The next 10 minutes is pretty much a montage of some of the best Mark II Golfs I've seen in a very long time. Starting off with the London Cartel stand. Now, it's Jetta Coupes everywhere. So I think there were 5 Jetta Coupes at the show, all including mine. And there were 2 very clean ones on the London Cartel stand. Now, when it comes to golf rallies, there's a lot of people out there that says you should keep them standard and they're a collector's piece and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, take a look at this. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, who wouldn't want their car to be this good? So it's absolutely beautiful. The interior, the exterior, the paint, the wheels, obviously the engine. I mean, this is an absolutely amazing car. Then just across from the rally, you have this stunning Audi coupe. So this is Brian's car. He's actually local to me. I've seen this car from time to time, and I met Brian in the hotel bar the night before. So this was originally his granddad's car, and he remembers driving in it as a child, and now he's managed to take this car to another level. Obviously, there's a couple of other cars in this haul as well. We've got this stunning Audi from last year as well. So you'll remember this from my previous video. I absolutely loved this car and thought it was probably my car of the show for last year. And by last year, of course, I mean 2 years ago, because we haven't had a show like this in 2 long years of lockdowns and everything else. So it's so nice to be here. Now, in this walkway between the two halls, you've got this collection of Mark 1s, and sure, they're amazing. I mean, the detail and the quality of some of these cars. I mean, I just hope that in a couple of years' time, these Mark 1s will make way for a bunch of Mark 2s in here, because the Mark 1 Owners Club always have such a great presence at Ultimate Dubs. And do you know what? I'm hope that one year we'll see a lot more Mark 2s here as well. But until then, we get to enjoy these Mark 1s and look at them. Absolutely amazing. A lot of race inspired cars this year. So obviously that was a proper race car. Then we've got this Berg Cup style Mark 1. Again, what's not to like about it? Big arches, big stickers, big engines. I mean, look, what more could you ask for? Now this hall is where the traders were. So whole host of different cars in here. Only a handful of Mark 2s, but it's nice to see this one as we walked in the door. So on the Rotorform stand, there was this VW Atlas in this Harlequin theme, which was very cool. Big fan of this. And obviously this was imported from the States. Then just across from that was this absolutely mental Beetle. So, I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's got exhaust hanging out the side and everything. Now, dotted in amongst the modern cars in here, you had this bright orange E30 M3. Big fan of bright coloured cars, so instantly this one stuck out. Next to it was this 635 CSI. Again, really underrated car back in the day, and now they're so rare and sought after. This particular one in the blue paint with the white sort of ivory interior. Great set of Alpine style wheels, that shark nose front. I mean, it's an absolute classic for sure. So leaving this hall, just having one last look round, there was this Harlequin Mark III, which when you look at the Atlas, I mean, I feel sorry for it because the Atlas was just an absolute showstopper. Whereas this was just tucked away in a corner, which was unfortunate, but cool all the same. So then we go through into the next hall, which again, there's some familiar faces in here. I think this is where the burgers were as well. And tucked away in the corner of this haul was a familiar face, another automotive YouTuber from the UK. So this is Matt Armstrong's Audi, and then of course this is the one that sort of gave it away that Matt was here, is we've got Matt's Lamborghini here as well. So again, just really nice to see it in person instead of just seeing it on his YouTube channel. And of course, on the Alpine stand is the Fast and Furious Jetta. So this one's got front brakes, so obviously it's not the legit real one. But anyway, this is one of Alpine's demonstrators, so it's here every year. So Alpine, look, if you want a different demonstrator, hit me up. You can fill my car full of Alpine goodies. I really won't mind. And then into the next haul, again, really loud and full of copyright music. So it's not a Mark II Golf, but it's still really cool. This Sirocco, I've seen it a few times on social media, but it looks so much better in person. Really good to see it here at Ultimate Dubs. Now, I don't think this was here last time at Ultimate Dubs, because I honestly don't think I've seen one of these in the flesh for probably 10 years, when you could pick these things up for 10 grand. Now, Mark II G60 Limiteds are crazy money. This is sort of 70, 80, 90,000 euro car. So it's nice to see this in person. I saw this on our online show and shine during our COVID lockdown. So yeah, really great to see it in person. And then of course, next to that was the Slug. So if you don't know, Martin from Well Chuff Media, again, we've had him on the channel a few times. Martin had an amazingly clean Jetta Mark II, and he sold it and bought himself a bus. So outside, there's even more Mark IIs, and we came across Julia's car. So Julia takes this thing everywhere. She gets to all the shows. She even had a little bump in it recently. Managed to source the parts through people in the community, bolted it back together, and then straight back out to see more shows. This one caught my eye in the corner of the car park because it's an unusual colour, but it's actually been dipped. So it's something called full dip. So it's like plaster dip, but a bit different. This has got a shiny gloss coating over the top as well. So it's really nice, but it is in fact a removable spray wrap. So really nice to see this on a Mark II. Not something I thought I'd ever say, but another Jetta coupe. Always love seeing these at shows. And then we've got this little white Jetta 4-door on a set of BBS RMs. And then, because last time I got told off for completely missing them, the Mark 1 Owners Club were actually parked out the back of the exhibition hall. This is where they were last time. And then just as I was heading back to the car, this Mark 6 wagon really caught my eyes in this Japanese VIP style. So wood trim, fake wood trim, money, glass, I don't know. The guy's gone to town on this. It's a theme, and fair play. And so that was Ultimate Dubs 2022, and I've got to say, what a show. I'm really excited for this year. I'm excited for the shows. Looking at the quality of some of those show cars there, some people have really made the most of the lockdowns that we had and really pulled their finger out and just got on with it and built some amazing cars for us to look at these shows. And you know what? I'm really excited and enthusiastic about getting on and building some cars this year, getting some of these projects in the barn finished, and having some fun. So I think it's got to be said, Ultimate Dubs is a fantastic show. Really enjoyed it this year. I was expecting to see the same cars as I did 2 years ago, but actually, do you know what? It absolutely pulled out of the bag. It was a phenomenal show. So it was great to meet up with a lot of people I haven't seen in a couple of years. It was great to get out and see the cars. And you know what? I'm just really excited for what this year is going to bring. Not only for me and the cars that I want to build this year, but also just for all of your builds as well. So guys, let me know in the comments, what did you think? Is it a show that you've not gone to before and you've always thought, oh, is it for me? I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. But guys, look, thanks for getting this far into the video. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.